right. Good morning. This is Coach Big Pete. Time to get into my favorite segment of the week. Go through a bunch of college football games, some college football news, and everything else. I mean, it's been an interesting week, especially for college basketball, which I have absolutely no respect for. I absolutely loathe basketball. And it's been nothing but smiles in the football world because college basketball is getting what they deserve. Basically, the funny thing is that this, what college basketball has done right now, with the coaches being charged by the FBI and all the investigation and the NCAA, this could lead to probably one of the most dramatic uh, revolutions in NCAA stuff. NCAA could go bye bye. Um, there could be new legislative over um, body run by the government, like a Illinois high school, like a high school organization does. Um, and the colleges have no power over. And it's going to be something new. It's going to be something brand new. I think it's going to help out a lot of stuff, and I think that it's time we get these clothing companies. I they do a good job, but there's too many middlemen getting involved college sports. Cut them out. Simple as that. If you want the sport, if you want to bring the sport back to its grassroots, you have to cut out the middleman. And guess what? It's starting to happen. And God bless college basketball, because guess what? If this would never happened, oh man, what's going to happen? And you're going to have Senate hearings, and you're going to have all this other stuff too, because this is just the small little tip of the iceberg, because it's going to go way down. And there's going to be some death penalties for some schools too. Just get ready for it. Um, Lack of institutional control and everything else. But college basketball, I got to give it to you guys. I didn't think you had it in you. But again, that's the reason why there's college football. God bless college football. Simple as that. Let's get to the college football games of the week. Week 5. Is it week 5? Yes, it is week 5. Jeez. Time's flying by. So let's get to the games. Miami at Duke. I'm gonna have. I'm gonna give it to Miami. Enjoy your season, Miami football, because I got a feeling it's not gonna look so good these coming months and these coming years. USC versus Washington State. It's actually a good game. Washington State with a run and shoot. USC, I got to give it to Washington State for upset. Georgia Tech and North Carolina, got to give it to Georgia Tech with its triple option, wishbone, and everything else. Houston at Temple, Minnesota, Maryland, Minnesota, NC State, Syracuse. I'm going to give it to NC State. They're on a roll. Congratulations to Dorn on a win over Florida State. You deserve it, sir. Kansas State, Baylor, Kansas State. Georgia, Tennessee, Georgia, Navy, Tulsa, Navy, Michigan State, Iowa. That's a hell of a game. I really do like that game. It's a game also for a little bit for some of the Illinois recruits to just take a look. I'm going to give it to Iowa just because. Stanford, Arizona State, Kentucky, Eastern Michigan, Kentucky, Southern SMU, Connecticut, SMU, Auburn, Mississippi State, Auburn. That's actually a great game. I'm going to give it to Auburn. I think this is Auburn's year. New Mexico, Air Force, Cincinnati, Marshall, Cincinnati looking great in the recruiting trail. I forgot the guy's name. The head coach. He's doing a hell of a job. Hell of a job recruiting. That Cincinnati coach is doing the things right. UCF good. Texas A&M, South Carolina. I'll give it to South Carolina. Clemson, Virginia Tech, Clemson. I'll give it to Clemson. Maybe Virginia Tech. I'll give Virginia Tech the upset. Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State. I got Oklahoma State. Oregon, California. It's actually a pretty good game. They're giving out Oregon too many points. I'm going to go with California. UCLA, Colorado. UCLA. Actually, no, I'll give it to Colorado. San Diego State versus NIU. That's actually a hell of a game. I'm going to give it to NIU for the upset. Hawaii, Colorado State. I'm going to give it to Hawaii. But so far, it's an okay thing. The USC Washington State game is a hell of a game. That is a great game. Georgia, Tennessee, Auburn, Mississippi State. A lot of people are putting too much into Michigan's, Mississippi State's upset wins. Virginia Tech, Clemson. That's a hell of a game. Um, San Diego State and NIU was a great game. San Diego State ranked number 19. Wow, that's a good game. But it's okay. I mean, Week 6 has got better games. In my personal feeling, Week 6 has got better games. But this week, Week 5, college football is going to be interesting. I think what's going to be even more interesting is the reaction Monday after Week 5. Um, People are still in shock about what happened yesterday with the college basketball. But you reap what you sow, and the NCAA Grim Reaper is traveling around the United States of America right now because it is not looking good. But again, I do this as sort of fun, but I just can't. I can't really explain. And Adidas, how stupid are you? Honestly, because now Adidas, that whole company is going to be looked at. And it's not just because not just basketball, but football and everything else. They're going to take a good hard look at Adidas. They're going to take a good look at the clothing companies and everything else. Um, there was a way to pay recruits in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, well, in the 70s, and people have forgotten it. And they got sloppy. They made it too much public, and it killed them. And it's going to kill them. And it's just going to be funny how it ends. Because let me tell you something right now. This is probably, they talk about the SMU death scandal. They talk about the Sandusky stuff at Penn State. This is probably much worse. I'm sorry, Sandusky's the worst. No doubt about it. Any abuse towards the children, all that, that's total BS. That's sick. That's depraved. That is the worst. This NCAA thing with the college basketball, with funneling money through Adidas and everything else, it is horrible, and it's gonna come back so bad on the NCAA that, like I said, I'm expecting a new government body to be a new checks and balances for college athletics, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and the colleges and all that other stuff are going to, it's take it or leave it, simple as that. And it's going to be interesting because there's going to be Senate hearings, there's going to be congressional hearings. It's just going to be heavy. It's going to get worse week by week by week. But again, you reap what you sow, or what you sow, what you reap, whatever. And this is karma, and karma's coming hard and quick for college athletics, especially in basketball and football. Simple as that. It's time to cut out the middleman. That's it. It's done. So it'll be interesting to see. But this is good for sports. This needs to happen for college sports. It's a definite need. This is a definite need to happen. So I'm Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football. This was sort of the sad news, but good news for Week 5. College football talk, news, and everything else. It's going to be an interesting week. Washington State versus USC is a hell of a game. Um, Clemson versus Virginia Tech is always a great game, so it's going to look good. So enjoy my picks and talking about the games. Not that much though, but have a great weekend. Hopefully it's fun for you. If you like my stuff, please go to deepdishfootball.com. On the right hand section, please feel free to um, leave a tip or a donation, 75 cents, 85 cents for my work. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. If you want to advertise or sponsor any of my videos or anything else, please send me an email at coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and have a lovely morning. Have a great weekend, too.